So I am having an existential mid to late career crisis here. My mind is absolutely spinning. And the reason why is that technology right now is moving so fast. And I always thought of myself as, a techie and all that stuff, but things are getting insane, absolutely nuts. AI has changed my workflow again. And I'm not talking from last year to this year. I'm talking from last week to this week. It's absolutely nuts. And as I sit here and I'm using all these really cool tools, I get an email from a client who's asking about a hourly retainer. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I've been feeling so good about my productivity over the last couple of weeks here that I haven't even thought about what that means to the value of time. Now, I've bitched before about the value of time and how programmers often bill by the hour. First of all, clients don't really know if you're programming fast, programming slow, if you're good, you're bad, whatever. It never really made sense to me. The other thing that's really frustrating about it is that my hourly rate hasn't budged in over 20 years because the market won't allow it. So though I was billing high and working a lot slower when I was in my mid 20s, now that I'm pushing 50, I'm billing the same professional rate. It's worth less due to inflation, and I'm just hell of a lot faster. And now introduce AI. This is getting insane. So right before this comment from a client about their hourly retainer, this is how things went. I asked my IDE to build something for me. Now, I didn't just type in that I wanted it to build something for me. Well, that'd be cool. And that was so last week. This week, I hit a button and I talked to my computer. I explained with my voice exactly what I wanted it to build. I gave it the permissions it needed. I told it could create new files and subdirectories and so on. Took me maybe 5 minutes to do the explanation. That went to the cloud within seconds. It cleaned up my yammering into concise instructions. So AI cleaned up my rambling for AI. That went into my IDE where I'm using Claude 4, which was released just earlier this week. And I hit go. I walked downstairs, I got a glass of orange juice and came back upstairs. And the task was done. It was ready for testing. It was ready for refinement. It was ready for debugging. Probably what would have been an hour's work before, at least, probably even hours. So while I was getting a glass of orange juice, my computer did an hour's worth of billable work. So in the past 2 weeks, I've been feeling really good about myself. My productivity has exploded with using SuperWhisper for voice dictation and using new tools like Claude 4. I'm just getting so much done. I'm getting it done fast, and it sounds smart. It sounds intelligent. It makes sense. And it's cool until someone reminds me, hey, how many hours do I have left this month? And I'm thinking, well, shoot, how many hours do I have to work for you in order to earn that retainer? So what really changed? A new tool called SuperWhisper. I'm literally programming with my voice. Now, you've probably heard of vibe coding, which is where you basically type out what you want your IDE to build for you. Well, I'm telling my IDE what to build for me. Cursor 4 is taking care of all that logic, and it's running tests and fixing errors on the fly. I can literally leave the room as I already described. And then there's ChatGPT. I can throw in a client's very unclear set of instructions, or maybe even vague instructions, and explain the client relationship to ChatGPT. And it gives me, after just a few minutes, a really nice sounding response that answers their questions, that moves the project forward. And again, a couple minutes and we're done. So the problem is that there's a value shift and we're here. It's not philosophical anymore. We are here. We can't bill by time anymore. I can't do 80 times what I used to do for the same salary. That's not realistic as a human being. I'm getting older. I can't do that. I'm not working 24 hours a day to earn what I used to make in 8 hours a day. But will clients understand that value? The value hasn't changed, but the process and time has changed. Going back to when I went downstairs to drink some orange juice while my computer was doing my job upstairs, I got a question asked from a client when I got back to my desk. And it was a question that required expertise. I ran it through ChatGPT to verify my thoughts and to write a clean response. But that 60-second email probably saved the client $100,000 or more in a compliance lawsuit. If they had moved forward without my expertise, then trouble could follow. And yet I got that done in 60 seconds? Sure, with the help of AI. But I know the right questions. I know the right acronyms. I know the requirements. But how do I put a dollar value to that? So right now we may be in a honeymoon period. We may be in a period where I can just get a ton of work done in a short amount of time and bill my clients what the time it would have taken me, say, a year or 2 years ago. And hey, that's good money. It means I've literally upped my hourly rate by a whole lot. I'm getting stuff done for the client. They're happy and all is good. But those days are limited, I think. And the question is that even the right way to go about it? But those days are limited. Someday someone will basically say, there's no way you took that long to do a task. They're going to know about it, right? So I don't have an answer to this. So how do we price work when the machines are doing more than half the lifting? We're not billing for hours anymore. We're billing for outcomes, which I'm just now starting to understand. But how can I get my clients to understand?